Now this is my gear driven side. I'm also start right here at the hood seal. Problem I'm securing, I cracked, broken, or frail. This is my hood bracket. Problem I'm securing, I cracked or broken, I see no missing bolts. Then I'm gonna go to the firewall. Firewall. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no loose or hanging wires. I see no loose or hanging wires. This is my radiator reservoir. Radiator reservoir. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no missing bolts. I see no leaks. It's at operational level. It's at operational level. My radiator reservoir has 3 hoses. 1, 2, and 3. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no leaks. Also, my reservoir has a cap. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no leaks. When I leave there, I'm gonna go to my oil dipstick. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no leaks. To check it, my engine has to be off. I'll pull my dipstick out, wipe it off, reinsert it, pull it back out. If it's low, I'll add 2 quarts. This is my transmission fluid dipstick. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no leaks. To check it, my engine must be on and running at all time, on and running. On and running. I'll pull my dipstick out, wipe it off, reinsert it, pull it back out. If it's low, I'll add 2 quarts. Now I'm gonna point in here, and just point in here and just come out. See, air compressor, air compressor. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I hear no leaks, all right? Then you got right here, power steering reservoir, power steering reservoir. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no missing bolts. I see no leaks and it's at operational level. It's at operational level. Also, my reservoir has 2 hoses, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no leaks. Also, I have a dipstick. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no leaks. To check it, I pull my dipstick out, wipe it off, reinsert it, pull it back out. If it's low, I'll add 1 quart of power steering fluid, 1 quart of power steering fluid. All right, this is my steering column, Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. On my steering column, I have 2 universal joints, 1 and 2 universal joints. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, free of debris, free of debris. This right here is your steering gearbox, Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no missing bolts, I see no leaks. My steering gearbox has 2 hoses, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no leaks. This is the pitman arm. This is your pitman arm. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, I see no missing bolt. At the bottom of my pitman arm, I have a castle nut. That's your castle nut. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. This is your carter pin. That's the carter pin. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. This is called the drag link. The drag link. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. On the other end of my drag link, I have another castle nut. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. And another carter pin. That's problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. Then I'm gonna drop down to here. This is called the front axle. The front axle. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. I see no missing bolts. Then I'm gonna drop down beneath that, behind there. I'm gonna talk about the tie rod end. That's your tie rod end. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. I see no missing bolts. Now, when you leave the tie rod end, come back up to the frame. This is the frame. It goes the length of the bus on both sides. This is your frame. So it's problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. I see no missing bolts. I see no illegal welds and I see no aftermarket drilling on my frame. These right here is called shock mounts. This is your shock mounts. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. I see no missing bolts. This is your shock or shock absorber. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. I hear or see no leaks. Hear or see no leaks. Now you're gonna say I have 2 leaf spring mounts. 2 leaf spring mounts. 1 and 2 back there. 1 and 2 leaf spring mounts. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. I see no missing bolts. These are your leaf springs. This is called leaf springs. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. I see no missing leaf springs. Also, that holds my leaf spring down is 2 U-bolts. 1, 2 U-bolts. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken, held underneath by 4 nuts that are problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. Now, when I leave there, I'm gonna come here to the brake chamber hose. Brake chamber hose. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. It's an air brake system, so I hear no leaks. I hear no leaks. This is your brake chamber. Brake chamber. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. I hear no leaks. This is just a brake chamber clamp. A clamp. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. This is called the push rod. This is your push rod. All right. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. Your push rod cannot have no more than 1 inch of play. Cannot have no more than 1 inch of play. This is called the slack adjuster. This is called your slack adjuster. Problem I'm secured and I cracked or broken. Underneath, you have an adjustment screw. On the side right here, it's called your adjustment lock. And all you're gonna see is to check it, we pull it by hand. We pull it by hand. Also, it has 2 carder pins, 1 and 2. 2 carder pins, 1 and 2. Probably my security, and I cracked and broke it. Now, when you leave the carder pin, you go into the rim and talk about the dust cover. That's your dust cover. The dust cover is properly my secured, and I cracked and broke it. Now, behind the dust cover, you're gonna say I have brake shoes and brake pads. They're gonna say it's properly mounted, secured, not cracked, not broken, not worn, thin, and free of debris. Also, behind my dust cover, I have a brake drum that's properly mounted and secured, not cracked, not broken, not worn, thin, and free of debris. Then you're gonna say your inner rim, the inner rim, properly mounted, secured, not cracked or broken. I see no illegal welds. This is called the inner tire wall. This is called your inner tire wall. It's properly mounted and secured. It's sealed to this rim. I hear no leaks. I see no cut, bulges, or bruises on my inner tire wall. Now, when I do the inner tire wall, I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna talk about my tread depth on the front tire. The tread depth should be no less than 432 or 430 seconds of tread depth, whichever is easy to say. 432 or 430 seconds of tread depth. You check it with a tread depth gauge. Also on the front, brand new tires only, no recaps. Brand new tires. All right, this is called the outer tire wall. This is called your outer tire wall. It's properly mounted and secured. It's sealed to this rim. I hear no leaks. I see no cut, bulges, or bruises to my outer tire wall. This is my outer rim. Probably my secured, and I cracked or broken. I see no illegal welds on my outer rim. These are called lug nuts. I have 10 of them. Lug nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably my secured, and I cracked or broken. I see no rust. Rust would indicate looseness. Rust indicate looseness. This is called the hub oil seal. Hub oil seal. Probably my secured, and I cracked or broken. I see no missing bolts, and I see no leaks on my hub oil seal. This is called a tire valve stem. Tire valve stem. Probably my secured, and I cracked or broken. I will remove the cap. I hear no leaks. To check it, I use a tire pressure gauge. Can I have no more than 100 PSI on the front tire? No more than 100 PSI. Then I reinstall my cap. Now, before I close my hood, I'll say the same thing I did here on my gear-driven side, I would do on my belt-driven side. I'm talking about my frame. I'm talking about my shocks. I'm talking about my leaf springs. I'm talking about my brake chamber. I'm talking about my tires. And I close the hood. That's it, front of the bus.